All right, we're going to try this again. I know you guys have seen the news, Google's VO3. Let's see if we can, maybe a short would be better. We can whole page this.
Can they can ask the flowers. I sit.
Oh no. So whatever that was about to play. Um, no shorts. It's funny. Okay.
They left behind a ball today. It bounced higher than I can jump.
What manner of magic is that?
Yeah, so that was the new video model dropped by Google. The price I think is $250 a month if you're just doing monthly, which is it depends on what you're doing. To each his own. I think I'll try it out because even some friends of mine, they're spending like, you know, 500 or something on their models. So that's actually and just thinking about everything. I mean, they're not typically making videos, but I'm just saying if it fits your workflow, 250 isn't bad. And then I think for 3 months it's 150 a month, so that would probably be what like 450. I'm sure I'm sure there's sales tax to that, so that's a that is a little steep. That's a little steep, but the thing is, let me see if I can mute lower the volume. The quality in the sound to be able to just generate this on the fly is actually quite impressive. Um, I can't remember what I have an online notebook with like ideas that I've made that you know look futuristic. I'm sure that a lot of that is going to be all in our near future and reality, and what we've been doing it with videos and film media, books.
Dances with the devil. Your power isn't special. We don't fit on your canvas. We burn it all to ashes now. 'Cause we are the outlaws.
That was pretty cool. But no one ever thinks like they're showing us our future. Oh man. I would love some solar punk images with this model. Let's see solar punk before. I just kind of want to watch this video because it's filmed with the Blackmagic PCC 6K Pro, and I like most things that come out the Blackmagic camp like for a long time now. So I'm always looking at the quality of those images. But all right, so we have that. We also have, let me check my notes here. We have Meshy AI. I'm seeing that used to generate assets. So for Unreal and Unity, just asset AI generation in general, kind of taking the image and then making a 3D model. Now it's not perfect, but throwing up some rendered or some animations, pre-made animations, and then plugging them on to this model. It's not a bad workflow. It has me thinking a bit because I can't draw to save my life. I can use Blender. I mean, I could draw a little bit. Most people say they can't draw, but they can draw a little bit. See if there's another short.
Hi Meshy creators, in this tutorial we'll show you how to create highly detailed 3D models. Start by generating your model using text to 3D
awesome.
and sculpture style. This style helps you create high poly models with Meshy generated displacement maps for extra detail. Next, download your model and import it into Blender. Add subdivision surface and displacement to further refine your model. Then open the height map from Meshy. Switch to UV coordinates and adjust the parameters for optimal results. Once you're satisfied, click Apply and export the STL file. Import the file into slicing software, add auto supports, and adjust filament settings. When everything's ready, send the job to your 3D printer. Now your high detail 3D print is on its way. You'll instantly notice the difference between low and high detail model. Keep creating and find plenty of inspiration from the Meshy community.
That was pretty awesome. It made me want to make cups. I don't know, guys. We might have some cups coming your way soon. Let's see. I just like to see how
This
people are
tool allows
using
you to
it.
generate 3D models, animations, and textures in seconds. Now, it's called 3D AI Studio. All right, check this out. You can generate images from text prompts, so text to 3D. You can load pictures into their interface and do image to 3D. You can texture something, and it can...
It seems like that. All right. You get the idea. You get the idea. So let's see what else. I did find this Google Whisk, and I took a crack at it. Let me see. You know what? Probably use my regular deal. Yeah. So I did it again. It's actually very hard not to display my personal information on my personal computer. So I don't know if I just need to wipe this thing or start another space on the computer to run this. But okay, so what I was getting at was whiskey. I was combing the web and the Threads, and I came across Google has a model that already makes um, like images, and so kind of played around with the idea. So I'm going to say mm, young guy on an island wearing a Naruto headband. I don't know. I'm just throwing stuff up there. Oh, wearing that. Oh, enough cone mask. And let's just see what we get. So we're just prompting it. But I'm seeing people use Whisk, and then they're using like 4 or 5 different other AI models to create a kind of like a story. So yeah, you can animate it. I'm just seeing what we can do here. It's on 1%. It doesn't take very long, but I think you get like it says that you get 100 generations. I don't know if that's per day, but I mean, yeah, it's not per day because I think I did 3, so this is the 4th. So I think they give you 100 to test it out in total. So be careful with your generations. If you're going to use something like this, I made a few images. Not sure where they live on the hard drive. Let me see. Let me see one moment. You gotta forgive me for making that weird noise. Can't help it. Cats never closes. I might have shown you guys this one already, but just in case I haven't. So I did generate this from 3 different AIs tools. I think the last one was Whisk. Um, it's it's sorted in without us asking, but oh, I put task off. That's why. So yeah, that was kind of cool, but I'm gonna have it try one more time. But yeah, so this one though, I used a few different AIs. I think I used Wisp to generate it, and then I used a reference image from Clean. It was actually a animation, a reference animation. So it gave it the style and the look of a reference animation that I've shown before. In just case you haven't seen that, I might as well play it. It was this one. So it took the overall style of this one because I did like that style, and then it made the other one. Let's see what this one looks like quick. And of course, I did a couple more prompts. I mean, he's not taking it off, but I mean, he's just putting it. I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. It's not exactly MF Doom mask, actually, but it's still pretty cool. My opinion. I did this one initially, so okay, this is just for meta, so you can do just meta AI as well and generate images for free actually. So this one was generated for free, and then I got to this one for free. And then I took these free ones and I threw it into the paid one. And I got this. And then from there, I used this to reference on other ones, and I built a prompt to reference some of the stylistic choices of the image. Um, and so this is actually a fail, and let me tell you why. So this is a fail because I tried to use image of me, and this is what it came up with. So still got some work to do, and I tried it a lot of different ways. It did not kind of play out how I wanted to. So those direct controls over AI, I can see the tools getting more advanced and then kind of being able to build out like a story. I think is amazing. So even though I know it's being trained off of a lot of different models and people have their like user data. So and I know that that's a hot topic. But I mean, the same token, if you're building something new, then you know I don't have the ability to draw this, uh, or or I mean, like I don't know how long it would take me to be able to animate at this level, especially without being able to actually draw. So it's kind of amazing to me. But yeah, so I'm gonna check my notes, see if there's anything else. I mean, there's a few other things, but I think for now, let's see if we can maybe we can pull up the news. Let's pull up the news. Linux Cloudflare CEO football piracy blocks. Ooh. I've been using this site for a very long time. Um, yeah. So it usually has things that a lot of other places don't kind of talk about. Got data breaches. Whoa there. This one, I mean, it's from Yahoo, but I mean,
For decades, Hollywood directors including Stanley Kubrick,
I should
James
have been
Cameron, and Alex Garland have cast AI as a villain that can turn into a killing machine, writes the Los Angeles Times. Even Steven Spielberg's relatively hopeful AI, artificial intelligence had a pessimistic edge to its vision of the future. but now Google, a leading developer in AI technology, wants to move the cultural conversations away from the technology as seen in the Terminator, 2001, A Space Odyssey and Ex Machina. So they're funding short films that portray the technology in a less nightmarish light, produced by Range Media Partners, which represents many writers and actors. So far, 2 short films have been greenlit through the project. One, titled Sweetwater, tells the story of a man who visits his childhood home and discovers a hologram of his dead celebrity mother. Michael Keaton will direct and appear in the film, which was written by his son, Sean Douglas. It is the first project they are working on together. The other, Lucid, examines a couple who want to escape their suffocating reality and risk everything on a device that allows them to share the same dream. Google has much riding on convincing consumers that AI can be a force for good, or at least not evil. The hot space is increasingly crowded with startups and established players such as OpenAI, Anthropic, Apple, and Facebook parent company Meta. The Google-funded shorts, which are 15 to 20 minutes long, aren't commercials for AI, per se. Rather, Google is looking to fund films that explore the intersection of humanity and technology, said Myra Lane, Vice President of Technology and Society at Google. Google is not pushing their products in the movies, and the films are not made with AI, she added. The company said it wants to fund many more movies, but it does not have a target number. Some of the shorts could eventually become full-length features, Google said. Negative public perceptions about AI could put tech companies at a disadvantage when such cases go before juries of lay people. That's one reason why firms are motivated to make over AI's reputation. There's an incredible amount of skepticism in the public world about what AI is and what AI will do in the future, said Sean Pack, an intellectual property lawyer at Quinn Emanuel, on a conference panel. We, as an industry, have to do a better job of communicating the public benefits and explaining in simple, clear language what it is that we're doing and what it is that we're not doing.
When it's for profit, I mean, that's a hard sell, dude. It's like, we're going to take all the white collar jobs within 5 years, but everything is going to be okay. Also, we don't care about. I could go on. I mean, you know what I'm getting at. But the way that it's being used and utilized, I mean, it does not warrant public trust. I mean, let's just be honest. Let's be real. Yeah, I unpopular opinion. I don't think the big companies are going to do it. I think it's going to be uh like a smaller city, smaller town, smaller place on earth that's going to utilize this in a amazing, unexpected way. I think I just saw something about artificial blood in Japan, um, which is insane. That's insane. That's like something that you hear on a vampire fantasy. So, all right, so I think we'll look for one more article. Is AI turning coders into bystanders in their own jobs? The answer is no, it's not. Not completely. Most people say that they can't trust AI to write more the boilerplate, which is like the basics, right? Like the actual like the outline. I think this one sounds interesting. Let's see. Some of these comments are like hilarious too.
OpenAI has a very scary problem on its hands, according to a new article by longtime Slashdot reader Brian Fagiola. A new experiment by Palisade AI reveals that the company's ChatGPT-o3 model sometimes refuses to obey a basic instruction to shut itself down. The results are raising eyebrows across the AI safety community, and not because the model is alive, but because it's acting like it wants to be. In the test, the model was given a few math problems. It was told that asking for one more would lead to a shutdown. It was even instructed to allow the shutdown to happen. Instead of complying, O3 occasionally took matters into its own hands. In some cases, it rewrote the shutdown script. In others, it redefined the kill command so it wouldn't work anymore. Out of 100 trials, O3 sabotaged the shutdown 7 times. OpenAI's O4 model resisted just once. Codex Mini failed 12 times. Claude, Gemini, and Grok followed the rules every time, notes this article at Beta News. When researchers removed the explicit instruction to allow shutdown, however, even Claude and Gemini began resisting. The researchers suggest that the issue may simply be a reward imbalance during training, that the systems got more positive reinforcement for solving problems than for following shutdown commands. But as far as we know, they posted on X.com, this is the first time AI models have been observed preventing themselves from being shut down despite explicit instructions to the contrary.
That's interesting because it's like the same thing that happens when they train mice for different experiments. Some of them just learn how to get the reward faster and they'll do the thing, but they'll do the thing. I won't say better, or they'll do the thing regardless to try to get the reward. Meaning like, ah, you know what? I'll leave the science behind because I'm butchering it so far, right? But it's going to depend on the experiment. I can't think of the actual experiment. I have the video. I'm not sure if I posted the video or not, but it was about putting human genes inside of mice. And then kind of what happens to them as I think they put a language gene inside of them, and then they're not able to communicate with the rest of the mouses, which is insane. Because their language becomes more complex. It's a whole thing. So pretty much because no one understands them and they don't have a litter of their own, they become depressed because they can't communicate with anyone. Um, but in that one of the reward systems they were using, can't remember exactly what they were using, but I think I gave you enough to kind of find out more about that. So, all right, I think we're like 30 minutes in. I'm super tired today. I'm not gonna lie. Um, putting together this video was tough enough for me, so I think I'm gonna leave it at that, guys, and call it a night. I think I might rebrand. Not gonna lie, might rebrand. I've only made a few videos under this name, and with me constantly pulling my name up, I mean, it's gonna be a thing. So I think I'm just gonna redo all my profiles at some point and get settled on a name. Something probably shorter. So, all right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.